What's up, you guys? So we are back with another video. Today we're discussing Miss Kim Burrell. Miss Kim Burrell is writing a tell-all book about Whitney Houston. May God rest her soul. Now, if you're not familiar with Kim Burrell, like for her work as a gospel singer, as a pastor, as just an overall minister, then you may be familiar with her with being on the Shade Room, Baller Alert, the Jasmine brand. Kim Burrell has a tendency to go viral, not for her voice, but for the things that she says out of her mouth. She's gone viral for comments about the LGBTQ community, which she seems to have a lot of personal vitriol for. And she's also gone viral a couple times for telling people not to sing with her. Like when she goes to churches and performs, you know how like most ministers want the audience to sing with them? Do not sing along with Kim Burrell. But now she has announced, because she was close friends with Whitney Houston, very close friends with Whitney Houston, and she announced that she is doing a book. It seems to be a tell-all book about her life with Whitney Houston. But before we get into that, I want to get into y'all. I just have to thank y'all for showing up for me. We are almost at 400,000 subscribers. I made a decision towards the middle of this month. I was like, you know what? I am growing. My channel is growing again. It had hit a plateau, but now it's growing again. And I was like, I think we can do 400,000 subscribers by the end of the year. And right now we're only 1,500 away. We're 1,500 away. So if you're watching this video and you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe, because if you don't, you are part of the problem. You are part of the problem. And I want you to be part of the solution. All right, you guys. So Kim Burrell did an interview with Fox 5 DC, and that's where she revealed that she is writing a book, which may be a tell-all book. From what she's saying now she can say things that she hasn't said in the past. It sounds like it's going to be a tell-all book.
Message of love and life did she give you, Kim?
Oh my God, it is countless. I'm glad you mentioned it, because I am finally getting that out. I'm writing a book, Whitney Me. We had a life.
Wow.
You know, she was my sister, and it's always hard to talk about her. I miss her so very much, especially during the holidays. She was she was filled with laughter and so much joy. I miss her every day. You know, recently we just funeralized her precious mother. Yeah. And the only reason, you guys, that I am able to release this book, from the loyalty of me and Whitney's friendship and sisterhood, she asked me to promise her, and she promised to me before she left, that we would not put these books out with the details of what it is we know until we could. And I'll just say this, now I can.
What message?
Now I can. I promised Whitney I wouldn't put this book out until I could, and now I can. And she just referenced Whitney Houston passing away. So I want to get into the comments on that. The Fox 5 DC interviewer, Marissa Mitchell, quoted Kim Burrell as saying, "I miss her so very much, especially during the holidays." And she said, gospel singer and pastor Kim Burrell Love shared with us she is working on a book about her sisterhood with Whitney Houston. She also says before Whitney's passing, the two will promise each other not to share the details of what they know in books before the appropriate time. And it just sounds like she's saying the appropriate time is now that Sissy has passed away. So it sounds like she's really going to be spilling some tea in this book. And so people are reacting to that, like Preston Mitchum, who said, "I'm sure it won't be covering her queer side." And that's because of Sissy Houston's outright disdain for the LGBT community. Like, she's come out and said she would not be cool if Whitney was part of that community. She told Oprah that she would not be cool. Nomad said, "I'd rather read about Whitney and Cece, but hey," because Cece was also very close friends with Whitney, kind of like a sister to Whitney. Someone else, Alvin, said, "My eyes found a home on the side of my face," because sure, they were friends, but if she wasn't with Whitney at 2 a.m., there ain't nothing we need to know that we don't already know. Which implies, in my opinion, it implies, you know how you have categories of friends. A lot of people put their friends in categories. Like, you might have your church friends, and then you might have your club friends. You might have your 2 a.m. Friday night friends or Saturday morning friends, and you might have your 11 a.m. Sunday morning friends. And it just seems like with Kim Burrell being a pastor and a spiritual advisor to Whitney, not just a friend, but also a spiritual advisor to Whitney, it seems like she fell in that category of like a church friend, and maybe Whitney didn't tell her everything. That's what it sounds like this person is saying. Someone else, Shimpanock, said the Winans who have more history with Whitney and were practically family haven't done this. And they were. People keep bringing up Cece and BB. They were like siblings. They were like siblings to Whitney her entire life. They were literally like siblings. Someone else said, Alexa, roll my eyes. People are not trying to hear it. Someone else, Jamaica, said, please go somewhere and sit down. Sounds like she needs money. She needs help. We'll do this Wendy Williams style. Leave a 1 in the chat if you think Kim Burrell is doing this for money. Is this a money grab? Leave a 1 in the chat if you think it's a money grab. Leave a 2 in the chat if you think it's something else. Maybe she has to get something off her chest. Leave a 2 in the chat. Someone else, Carlicia, said, let her rest in peace. Keyword in peace. Stop trying to make a dime off of her. People really feel like this is a money grab. Someone else said, I want a Kim Burrell album, not a book. And someone else said, that's a real friend move, though. Take my secrets to my grave and my mama grave. Now, I feel like you need to take it a step further, just personally. Past my mama grave, past my grave, my mama grave. I think you need to take it to your grave. That's just me. Like, let our secrets be our secrets. Let our sisterhood be our sisterhood. Just let it be. That's my opinion. But y'all leave a comment and share yours. What do you think about Kim Burrell announcing that she's writing a tell-all book about Whitney Houston? And you guys know if she's publishing it through, a publisher, a well-known publisher, that is she's going to have to spill tea. And it sounds like she's prepared to spill tea now that Cissy Houston has passed away. So y'all leave a comment. Let me know what y'all think about that. And I also wanted to share with y'all my new brand of coffee. It's called Pedal and Pour from Layla Lynn Home. If you go to laylalynnhome.com, you'll see my brand of coffee. I have like 7 different flavors. I have a coffee mug. This is my new merch. Instead of spilling tea, you'll be spilling coffee. And the brand is called Pedal and Pour because it's about just taking a moment for yourself. Just like you might take a moment and smell the flowers. It's like you take a coffee break. Like you take a coffee break, watch one of my videos, just have a moment to yourself and enjoy yourself with a cup of coffee. So you guys, make sure you check that out.